I drank a lot, okay? Please. Please, Hi YouTube, hi Twitch, hi chat. We're gonna be watching Boss Baby, Big Boss, sorry. Big Boss, Big Boss. The absolute chaos of Bethesda.
This video is sponsored by
Can you
War
guys hear
Thunder.
it? Why do I keep seeing War Thunder everywhere? War Thunder sponsorships everywhere. But are these? Is this game actually just taking like every YouTuber here? Why do I always see War Thunder? And then actually I see a lot of like War Thunder trash talk as well, because apparently they're having collabs of like random ass shit. I don't know actually. Okay, that was blind as fuck. I don't know what they were talking about, but some people hate what War Thunder is what's happening in War Thunder, and I don't fucking know why. And I keep on having War Thunder everywhere I go. Also, War Thunder premise looks kind of cool because there are planes. I do like the planes actually, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you know, I didn't technically finish Ace Combat, but I mean, like, I like the premise of Ace Combat. It's just that I can't control it for the life of me. I can't do the thingy for the life of me.
The year is 2013.
Can you guys hear it?
2 years since Skyrim. 5 years since Bethesda's last Fallout. And we'd heard
5 years
nothing.
since
Fans are
Bethesda's
starved.
last Fallout.
Ravenous for anything at this
Should we
point,
actually?
they scramble for any scraps they could find. Voice actors' tweets, employee leaks, Bethesda staff
Beats, by the
sightings.
way.
They'd take anything. But on the 14th of November 2013, a website appears online. The Survivor2299.com.
What the fuck is that?
On it, Fallout's Vault-Tec logo and a
Oh.
countdown to December 11th. That was just 4 days after the Game Awards, where Skyrim was announced 3 years ago. Fans dig through the online
Oh.
directory, and its publisher, ZeniMax Media. Still,
Okay.
some are skeptical. But then 3 days later, ZeniMax Media actually files the trademark for Fallout 4 in Europe.
Okay.
They'd also said nothing about the
We're
website.
on the timeline of Fallout 4? Fallout 3 was released. Fallout 3 and then Skyrim and then Fallout 4.
If it wasn't legit, surely they'd just come out and say so. This could only mean one thing. The next Fallout was here. Bethesda hadn't abandoned us.
Wait, or the last Fallout is New Vegas, actually, on that time? I don't know.
They were finally throwing a bone to the little guy. And fan speculation goes wild. Then comes the Morse codes. Then the Caesar shift cryptography. Then the Visioneer ciphers. Fans are sat at home in their pants for hours deciphering them. They even find a working phone number on the website, which leads to more codes. Some of these codes reference an actual radio frequency in Massachusetts, which sounds like this.
Wait, that marketing is kind of cool. Wait, do we have marketing like that like recently? What the hell? Damn.
Bethesda's
Morse
YouTube
code
channel
and
is
all of
even
that.
linked in the source code of the website. This was serious stuff. Bethesda had gone above and beyond with the viral marketing here. Every gaming outlet is talking about it, and there's even
Survivor
Facebook pages and
22.
YouTube channels.
How come I
with
don't know
daily
this, by the
updates
way?
monitoring it.
Well, to be
The
fair, I feel like my first Fallout is actually Fallout 4. Like, we got PS4, and then there was already a Fallout 4, so I didn't really knew the marketing of it. And I was still a child back then, so like...
Subreddit, watching the
229,
website's
Survivor
every move.
229, that's so cool.
The 6th of December 2013, almost 2 weeks of code cracking, and fatigue is beginning to set in. But it's now just 1 day before the Game Awards, and 5 days before the countdown ends. The hype is tangible. And Todd and the boys hit us with this tweet. What? It's gotta be a joke. Some sort of sick joke. But then fans boot up the website, and my god.
What was
Gone
that?
was the timer, the Vault-Tec logo. All that was left, a Rickroll hosted on a server somewhere in Korea. A dark day. 3
Never
weeks of
mind about
speculation and
marketing,
hype,
bro.
countless videos on YouTube, and dozens of hours of people's lives spent cracking random ciphers and lining up rivers on
Wait,
Google
is this
Maps
real or is it not
for
real?
absolutely nothing. Naturally,
Did we
they're
just
not
got scammed?
the guy behind the website does an AMA on Reddit and is vilified by the community instantly. We hear nothing else
Damn.
about Fallout for a while, and Fallout fans return to the darkness. June the 2nd, 2015, another
God
Fallout themed
damn
countdown
it.
timer appears. We'd been burned before. But turns out, this time, it's actually real. And on June the 3rd, it's nearing the end. And finally, after years of anticipation, Fallout 4's announcement trailer is actually upon us. June the 14th. It's E3, and Bethesda Game Studios is holding their first full press conference.
You know what? Back when E3 was no longer here as well, right? I always had that. It's always on my bucket list to go to gaming, like, you know, gaming conventions like this. Do you even call E3 a gaming convention though? Imagine I
strolls out on
actually
stage
got
again,
to like
confidence
Tokyo Game
radiating.
Show now. Holy
He's met
shit.
with thunderous applause.
So happy.
Again, the claims are bold.
All of this just works. And again, it just works.
Hold on. Is that the
The
release
most
date?
clipped.
That's just 5 months away. But first, look to the skies. By God, it's thundering time.
God damn it.
War Thunder is one of the most comprehensive PvP vehicle
Okay,
combat
sell me
games
War
ever
Thunder right
created.
now, bro.
10 nations, over 2,500 tanks, planes,
Bro, I
helicopters,
really
and
want
ships.
to see that. What
From
the
some
fuck
of the
is that?
most technologically advanced death machines ever
I really
concocted
want
by
that,
man.
like, tank
To your
action,
granddad's
bro, I
crusty old
swear.
Jump into combat in almost anything. The detail is immaculate. Sharp textures, crisp sounds.
What the
Every
hell?
vehicle is delicately modelled right down to the corest of components. Engines, fuel tanks, weapons, and even the lads inside. All
Right.
of these are individually targetable, and in X-ray view,
It looks
you'll see
cool
everything
though,
close up.
honestly.
the
What
game
the
has
hell?
had over 95 million players.
Whoa.
Join them.
What
War
in the
Thunder is
fuck?
free to play on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation, and now mobile devices too.
Damn.
You're a new or returning player on PC or consoles?
Tank
Well,
Killer
for a limited
67.
time, here's a massive bonus pack, including an exclusive vehicle decorator, Eagle of Valor, 100,000 silver lions, 7 days of premium, plus a ton more.
Wow,
Just sign up
indeed.
through the link in the description or the pinned comment below.
Wow.
Now, for some quick context, a few years before Fallout 4 was even announced, Bethesda let Obsidian Entertainment, a Californian development team with several key people from
Obsidian
Fallout's
is the
original
one-
dev team, take the wheel and crank out a Fallout 3 spin-off based on their original plan for Fallout 3 back in 2004. With only 18 months to get the game out the door, they got to work immediately.
18
And in
months?
2010, Fallout New Vegas
So
was
this
released.
is New Vegas.
Wait, was that traits from the first games? Joinable factions? An in-depth reputation system?
I hate the air that you breathe!
And actual skill and attribute checks in dialogue and out in the world?
Man, I can't wait to see the look on his face.
Also, the writing here is actually good. The world? Pretty deeply
Everybody
thought
keeps
out.
saying New Vegas is so cool and it's the best Fallout ever. That's why I was like thinking of actually playing it just to see and stuff.
Multiple factions at play, an interesting conflict, and actual player choice. The characters are also well written, and if you don't like someone, that's fine, because this is always an option. Then there's almost every chain of side quests in the game affecting the main story and the ending slideshow. There are actually hundreds of endings here.
Whoa!
We were
What the
looking at
hell?
a 3D Fallout game with actual
Damn,
RPG
that's a lot.
mechanics and
For
good
like
writing
what?
here.
What year is this
In fact,
again?
the game had fixed almost everything wrong
Damn
with Fallout
shit,
3,
bruh.
and it was phenomenal. Obsidian even had to work around the crusty
Phenomenal.
Gamebryo engine code, with all the issues that came with it. For instance, if anything in the game is voiced, there has to be a character to actually voice it. This leads to characters in the game like Ron the narrator, Bill the tax collector, and Testicles the debug centurion. The ending slideshow
The
is
what?
also an actual in-game
The what?
slideshow. Your character's locked
What
into
the fuck
looking
is
at,
this?
with Ron the narrator behind you.
What the?
Anyway,
What?
due to the engine, the short development time they'd been given, and the colossal 500 megabytes of RAM they'd had to work with consoles, the big plans they had for the city had to be trimmed considerably. But 18 months in, and Obsidian had made one of the best role-playing games of all time. However, because it's so jam-packed and was made in such a short time...
Wait. What else did Obsidian actually did? Obsidian... Oh my god, okay. Outer Worlds! Okay, there it is. They made Avowed? Really? Wait, I've been seeing Avowed recently as well. Isn't Avowed like the Skyrim Okay, that might be a bad description of it actually. Pentiment, Pillars of Eternity, Tyranny. Wait, is it Pathfinder? Wait a fucking minute. Isn't Pathfinder the D&D one? Is it D&D-ish? They made KOTOR? Is this KOTOR? Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic? KOTOR. Wait, isn't KOTOR an MMO? No, actually. Or no, actually. I don't know. I've been hearing a bunch of stuff on KOTOR as well. Neverwinter Nights. Wait, sounds kinda... All of this sounds familiar, bro! What the hell? The best people of the Fallout New Vegas era left? Oh, I see. Wait, is Avowed not good, actually? SWTOR is a sequel to the KOTOR. KOTOR are both real. Yeah, I keep on like hearing people say that like Knights of the anything that Old Republic, anything that has Old Republic on it is pretty good. But like I don't really know what the gameplay is. I just keep on like seeing it. I think that when you like, if you're a Star Wars fan and you show like a fight scene, they usually pull up an Old Republic fight scene or like a cut scene of a game, and then they say this is from a game. Actually, it's not the movie that they will refer to. It's the game. It's the cutscene of the game, I think.
Has a rough start.
Oh my god!
It's horrifically buggy and horribly optimized on release.
Wait, New
Almost
Vegas?
unplayable in some cases. There's literally a bug where you can't enter the main strip of New Vegas without wearing the old cowboy hat. The bugs are eventually patched, but because of its release date, New Vegas receives 84 points on Metacritic.
2010. I see. Wait, they still got 84 though. What the hell? Good to know.
That was just 1 point short for the bonus Bethesda would have given them.
Really?
As per the contract. As a result, layoffs at Obsidian, and around 20 to 30 people are banished.
Damn!
Nefarious theories about Bethesda begin to float. Some fans even suggest
game was rigged from the start.
What?
Obsidian would go on to pitch a Fallout New Vegas 2 and a similar spin-off with Elder Scrolls.
What?
A guaranteed cash cow for both parties. But this time,
Damn.
Bethesda says no. And that was the end of it.
Aww.
Fallout 4, probably the most hyped game of 2015. It had been half a decade since we'd last heard anything at all from the franchise, so people are naturally quite excited to jump
Okay,
back
so
in.
like if
And on the
you're
10th of
new to
November
Fallout though,
2015,
what is the first Fallout game that you would love? What is the first game that like most people, because I know for a fact that Bethesda retains its popularity, or like, you know, how famous they are now as a AAA title, because there's a lot of like dedicated fans or like committed fans who, you know, plays the whole franchise and stuff. People started with 3 since it was the first one that was on consoles back then. I see. Well, maybe because it is the combined... I feel like it is also the combined popularity of Elder Scrolls and Fallout, probably, that made Fallout 4 such a huge
the
hype.
game is out the door. The reviews, amazing.
The hype,
9.5 out
hype.
of 10 IGN. YouTubers are even calling it near perfect.
Damn, okay.
However, when people actually get their hands on the game, they dig in. And it's neither of those things. During development, Bethesda had looked at Fallout 3's gunplay. Yeah, not really up to standards, boys. So they pulled some programmers from id, who were developing Doom at the time, to help them make actual, functional FPS combat. And as a result, the gameplay here a lot better. The gun modification system from New Vegas is back, and it's heavily expanded. It's actually very good here, and utilizes the horde of absolute shit you amass while playing the game. Also, more voice actors. So now every third NPC in the game no longer sounds the exact same. Plus, a few other elements of Fallout 4 had clearly taken some inspiration from New Vegas.
I like the vibe
this
of
game
New
actually
Vegas,
has
though.
joinable factions, and they play a big role in the resolution of the main storyline. An improvement. Companions are also a lot better than threes. They have personalities here, and even their own quests too, like in New Vegas. They now also like or dislike certain actions you do, depending on said personality. There's now a sprint button, and that new power armor.
Wait,
Pretty
there's no
cool.
sprint before?
However,
What?
that's generally where the good ends. See, after a bumpy start,
Damn.
Fallout fans had come to love New Vegas.
Damn.
One of the best RPGs of all time, some even claim.
Damn.
And so, as a following game in the same franchise, some people expected Fallout 4 to improve, maybe
Expected
even
way
build
too much,
upon it.
yeah.
No. Todd Howard is, at this point, a legendary game designer, a 4 times world champion. His ideas were groundbreaking. He couldn't be caged, and his process was not changing for this game. He, and Bethesda as a whole, could do no wrong. This was going to be another smash hit
Okay.
regardless. Game of the Year was essentially coded in.
Damn.
And so
okay.
again, simplification. The character system in Fallout 3, far too confusing. Special attributes, perks, and skills? Please. So they remove skills entirely,
What?
and merge them into perks and attributes. Traits are still nowhere to be found. The speech. See, half the charm of the old Fallouts are the branching effects of dialogue. The various quest lines and scraps of
looks
information you can
cool.
wrangle from people using only the gift of the gab.
Who is it? What? I should kick your fucking ass. Who is this?
So for Fallout 4, Emil and the rest of Bethesda's crack writing team sit down. What Fallout really needs is an emotional story, boys. Also, Todd's been quite blatantly gunning for a more mainstream crowd for over a decade now, and no one in the general public can really read anymore due to brain rot. So let's kill 2 birds with 1 stone, and go for a voiced protagonist.
Damn,
What they
okay.
didn't see coming, they couldn't possibly have predicted, was that voicing every single line of dialogue your character says in the game 2 times
I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world.
I know this.
Barbie
I know this.
is a bit
know this
expensive
VTuber.
and quite time consuming. So Todd and the team do what they do best. Streamline. That old iconic speech system? Get rid of it. That Mass Effect game is pretty good. Let's use theirs. Let's also lock the player
Wait.
down to 4 speech options at all times.
Also,
And
they
let's not
limited
even
this.
allow them to see what those options are. Brilliant. This results in a ton of speech options being quite deceiving.
Shut up and sit down, you big bald fuck.
And because writing is hard, let's just boil every speech option down to yes, sarcastic yes, maybe yes,
Bro,
and
it's
no, but actually yes.
Bro, it's the same as probably Persona. Just joking. I'm gonna. Maybe people would probably disagree with me. But isn't Persona like that?
2 of the
Just
first
joking.
and most popular mods to come out.
I'm guessing people enjoyed Fallout and Skyrim because of that very, very huge branches of dialogue. Wait, I think we are. I mean, maybe Mass Effect is also on the same era. This is the era of. This is the era of self. What do you call that? Of choices, of player choices, I think. Right? Or not right, actually. What you say doesn't matter in 4 no more. Yeah. So they remove all of that and just...
Removes
Damn.
the voiceovers
It's a
entirely
fake-
and
fake,
actually shows you what you're saying.
fake
and
choices,
this problem
huh?
becomes quite plain to see.
I took care of the... Brother, these are all the same. Oh, I see. Wait, but like, are they voiced in a way? Because that wouldn't cut any cost at all if, you know, all of these are voiced with all the same thingy anyways. Wait, so maybe it is a fake branching, because if you go on like any of these, it will actually just go on the same pathway type shit. It did the branching paths, right? They're all voiced. Holy. Fans rewrote it so that you know what you are saying. Wait. So you mean to say that if you press this one, they're going to, like, you know, put a little bit more dialogue to it, right? So previous games have that option of knowing what he will have to say entirely or something like that? Oh, sometimes the button will only say no? I see. Okay. Okay. I think I can kind of understand.
Skills are gone, and as a result, skill speech checks and dialogue
streamlined it.
gone too. Special attribute speech checks too. There
Not really
are charisma
streamlined.
speech checks in the game,
I don't believe you.
but they rarely result in anything other than give me money.
All right. 200. 150.
The protagonist's voice lines, which caused half the issues here, make up for around 25% of the game's dialogue data and script.
Damn.
That's about 26,000 lines. All of this time and expense on a feature which fans hate and actively makes the game significantly worse.
Damn.
Brilliant. At least the dialogue's well written.
If you're here to talk me into working on Liberty Prime, you can forget it.
Do I need to remind you why you made that promise in the first place?
No, that won't be necessary. Tell Proctor Ingram to get her scribes ready.
Then there's the karma system, which they've gotten rid of, the faction system, but instead of the varied reputations like we've gotten in New Vegas,
The what?
you're basically either with someone
Reputations?
or against them. The skill and attribute checks they had out in the world in Fallout 3 basically nowhere to be found. They did put a couple in there though, just enough to remind us that they could have done it, but didn't. Far fewer evil character options, weapon durability is gone. The new,
Whoa.
worse layered armor system, holstered weapons are no longer visible. And the ending
Oh.
slideshow is not even gimped, it's just completely non-existent here. The
Ending
game ends on
slideshow?
essentially the exact same cutscene for all 4 endings.
Playing every
For Fallout 4, Todd also doubled down on the procedural stuff at the end, and attempted to make the game infinitely replayable. And to do
Like
this,
how though?
they've cooked up the settlement system,
It's done.
a base building
The open
framework
world,
that allows you to construct your
probably.
own towns across the map and establish trade routes between them. Sounds great, but again, there are issues. The entire interface for base building is from the perspective of the player, limiting and obstructing camera angles, making construction a nightmare. There's also a ton of building and trash in the way that you can't scrap and have to build around.
Damn.
Again, a nightmare. Not a fan of the system? Unlucky. Because this mechanic is pretty much unavoidable. Elements are mandatory in the main quest, and one of the 4 factions' quest lines completely revolves around it. However, a benefit. Due to this new settlement system,
All of this just works.
players can now build their own settlements. No need for Bethesda to even bother. As a result, the game is majorly lacking in actual towns. Morrowind had something like 21
An actual
towns.
what?
Fallout 3 had about 15 proper settlements. New Vegas
In actual
Morrowind had
towns. Okay.
settlements. No need for Bethesda to even bother. As a result, the game is majorly lacking in
So it's
actual
very
towns.
barren and
Morrowind had
empty?
something like 21 towns. Fallout 3 had about 15 proper settlements. New Vegas around 15 too. Fallout 4, 5 years later, somewhere around 7. The main city is also quite underwhelming.
Actually.
Less settlements equals less quests. And surprise surprise, Fallout 4 is lacking here too. It has less than Skyrim, a game that came out 4 years earlier. Missing the towns and quests our old games had an abundance of? Well, here's a tiny hovel next to a lake for you to do up yourself. There are around 30 of these potential settlements, and Bethesda uses these to pad out the game's lack of content via more radiant
Settlement.
quests.
It became like, wait, well, but in the first place, hi, I'm back. Kind of forgot what I was about to say. Wait, in the first place, Fallout, I mean, all of Bethesda's, like, Fallout and Skyrim is survival-esque in the first place, right? So, but Fallout 4 is the first one that they added settlement, like, settlement system on it or something. It's RPG mostly. It's not survival. Did I got it wrong? I don't know, actually. I've never really played Skyrim. I'm so sorry. I just thought it was because technically it's open world, so I realized it could be. The appeal of old Fallout and Elder Scrolls is that you can wander into random direction and find quests. I see. Yeah. I think I can kind of understand that, yeah. Yeah. And like, it feels alive in a way, right? Right? The reason why people enjoy these type of games is that when you go there, it feels like it's an immersion for yourself. That when you see something, oh, that's something new. That's something that I haven't gotten there. And that's the replayability of it. That's why a lot of people spend so much time and hours in playing those games. So like on Fallout 4, there's not a lot of like, you know, there's not a lot of instances for that. Is that what it is? Is that what happened?
There's a man in the game called Preston Garvey, and he's about to become your worst nightmare. Prepare to hear this every time you speak to the man for the rest of the game. Naturally, the character is widely hated.
It's like
I'll mark it on your map.
it's like Handler
But
on
turns
Monster
out
Hunter World,
he's
is it?
essential. 10,000 people
Maybe?
download a mod solely dedicated to killing him.
Wait, this is like not time Monster Hunter World.
Also a mod that just stops
Just
him
joking.
giving out quests in an
Damn,
attempt to make
what?
him more tolerable. It has around 50,000 downloads.
Why?
Others turn to
Why is he
alternative
him?
ways of doing that. Settlements are also just kind of pointless.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
They have no impact on the main quest, and most of the actual settlers are just basic, randomly generated NPCs. You get money and items from establishing trade routes, but at the end of the game, you're pretty much drowning in all of that anyway. But Todd wasn't finished with the procedural stuff just yet. In New Vegas, there were a ton of unique weapons. These had unique effects and actually looked unique. In 3, most uniques had unique effects, but looked exactly the same as their default. In 4, due to the new procedural legendary weapon system, any gun can now basically
Procedural.
have any effect, meaning no weapons here actually feel unique.
Wow.
The same goes for armor. When it comes down to the amount of actual content in the game,
What?
disappointment here too. Cut content.
It
par for the
wouldn't
course.
feel I mean like the reason why there's uniques or like rares or legendaries in the first place is that it's like something that you get, something that you put effort on in like getting. But like how did Fallout 4 actually
For Bethesda games, but it's never
remove
been
all
more
of that
apparent.
though?
The map is densely
That feels
populated like
kind of
Skyrim,
bad. That's
with a
not
ton of
good,
interesting
bruh.
locations. The issue is, they all essentially end up just being a nice little backdrop to murder people in. Oh cool. A town made out of old boat, barge
Oh, that
and
looks
ship parts.
cool.
It's just a bunch of raiders you have to kill. A gladiator-style arena in the middle of downtown Boston. Just a bunch of raiders to kill, with no reason to ever return. Fallout 4 is barely
is-
even attempting to be an
That's
RPG
so funny,
anymore.
what the fuck?
It's a sandbox, base building, looter-shooter, action exploration game.
Sandbox, base building, looter, shooter, action.
In 3, Bethesda had
Exploration.
absolutely nailed the atmosphere.
Damn.
It's pretty much unanimously praised. So in 4, they change it completely. The gloomy, gritty, post-apocalyptic vibes of 3 turn into bright, colourful, and hopeful in Fallout 4. The music too. Also, for a AAA game in 2015, the graphics are not great. Stiff animations and pretty horrific textures across the board. The super mutants look especially bad. Compared to The Witcher 3 the same year, yeah, not great.
Oh wait, it's
Despite the
Witcher
bad
3 is the
graphics,
same year as
The
that?
game runs terribly. Fallout
Brother,
4
Witcher
also
3 looks
features an
so
art
fucking
style change
good.
that in a lot of cases does the game no favours. Some weapons look weird, tools look worse, and super mutants go from deformed, hunched over mutants to just large.
What the fuck is that?
We don't talk about the synth armor.
What the fuck is that? Bruh.
Also, Is that gun bolt on the
So
wrong
funny.
side? The writing.
Bruh.
Again, Emil is back as head writer. And as a result, we're served an absolute masterclass of storytelling. We emerge from a vault, looking for an immediate
Okay,
family.
okay, but I know I said I didn't play Fallout 4, but I love the radio. I listen to Fallout 4 radio very often. I mean, very often. What the fuck? I listen to it often, actually. But I'm trying to like look for like songs that can I listen to it now? Will I get copyrighted if I turn on something? Crawl out through the fallout. Okay, these are all copyrighted. Maybe. I as corny as Kansas and na flag of July. Like the radio itself. The radio itself is kind of nice. I like the vibe actually.
Remember, again, the big silver people. They're back and central to the storyline. Again. Look, Giant Robot Man finale. Again. Wow. Also, you've just left the vault with the sole mission of finding your only child, who's just been ripped from the clutches of your lifeless spouse.
That's the start,
Only
right?
to immediately
I
get
think I remember
sidetracked
the
by
start.
Steve down the road, who needs some help building a shed. Not too long after the game comes out, Emil does a talk where he explains his writing method. It's controversial.
Keep it simple, stupid. This is what happens at Bethesda. When you write the main story of a game, we're gonna write the great American novel. It's gonna be this thick.
Keep it simple, stupid.
And you're gonna give this book, this great American novel, to the player. And what are they gonna do with it? They're gonna rip out every page.
Wait, this is their explanation as to why they made it, like the story. Oh yeah, I'm gonna defend my story. I'm just gonna say it right here and right now. The story is basically so simple that there's only 2 pages of it. Because here's my defense. Because if I give a whole ass fucking book to the player, they will just rip out the pages of it and use it as a toy? Is that what it is? Okay, I'm just saying.
And they're never gonna see your story.
God damn
They
it.
are gonna spend 30 hours making shacks. This is who we're making the game for. That's not the end of being a developer. Because the true mark of being a real developer is waiting for reviews to come in. And
What
then
is
reading the
what is
reviews.
this? Is this real? Why are you showing baby pictures? What is the point? Wait a fucking minute. Is this legit, bro? What are you doing? Why are you showing baby photos and like
30 hours making shacks.
Where
This
he
is who
where
we're
he
making
showing
the game
that?
for. That's not the end of being
Ah
a
yes,
game
this is
developer.
who we're
Because the true
making the
mark of
game
being
for.
of a real developer
Yes.
is waiting for reviews to come in. And then reading the reviews,
What is
of course, and hopefully, if you get lucky, ignoring the reviews.
Then there's the design
What
of the
in
game.
the What is that podcast presentation? Bro, wait, who is he presenting that to? Damn, it feels like a college presentation. What do you mean they put out pictures like that to explain? No fucking shit,
Emil is head
bruh.
of that too. See,
No way.
Lead designers of a game usually have this thing called a design document. This is available to everyone on the team and sets out pretty much everything the game is trying to achieve, keeping everyone on the same page at all times. New people join the
Okay.
company midway through development, just send them the design doc,
Okay.
and they'll be up to speed.
That's good though,
Design docs are usually
actually.
constantly updated throughout development, so if something changes, it'll be reflected on the document. But turns out, the lead designer is not a fan. Design docs take a bit of time to keep up to date, and it's just a bit too much effort. So for Fallout 4, he basically just scraps it, apparently resorting to a few smaller ones for specific areas of development.
What the
Now,
hell?
Bethesda games are not small projects. Their studios consists of hundreds of people, collaborating across multiple countries.
We don't give two shits about how technology works, because all we care about is getting rich.
And now they're going about this without a cohesive, shared document.
Sorry, mute.
Doesn't sound ideal.
Not a great
What is that
He
Shrek
receives
on
a
it?
ton of backlash for this, and later
Damn.
walks it back in a tweet.
Wait, what is the
And the-
tweet? What is the tweet? It's not working! Why is it not
for
working no
this,
more?
And later walks it.
Newsflash, people on the internet are me. Wait, what year is this? What the fuck? Oh my god, I asked what year is this, bro? The year is already I'm so sorry, I'm so dumb, bro. Long thread. Funny how disconnected some players are from the realities of game development, and yet they speak with complete authority. I mean, I can guess what it takes to make a hostess Twinkie, but I don't work in the factory, so what the hell do I really know? Not a lot. Part of me really gets it when you're a consumer and spend money on things that gives you the right to complain about those things. I spend a lot of money on games every year, and sometimes it takes a lot for me not to scream into the internet's collective consciousness. But throughout that time, I actually had no inkling what game developers was actually like, how hard the designers, programmers, artists, producers struggle to bring a vision to life while constantly shitting. Brother, whose fault is that? And whose fault is that, bro? Whose fault is this? He's the one who's like presenting all of it. He's the one who made the presentation in the first place. What bro mean? I mean he makes sense in a way, but like, bro, you're the one. Whose fault is that? What are you? Hello? Whose fault is it supposed to be? What are you anyways? You understand the consumer point of view, but so if you understand, you know that the reason why they enjoy these games stuff, right? I mean, yeah, he's not wrong, but still, why do you think there's backlash in the first place? Why? What is that presentation?
Get back in a tweet.
Bruh.
And of course, the bugs are numerous. And incredibly basic things are still missing. There's still no ultra-wide support, or
What
even
year is this? Wait, what year is Cyberpunk 2077? There's just a lot of like games that gets released, and then when they release the fucking game, it's always fucking bugged, man. Bruh.
an FOV
it's normal now,
even though
apparently,
you can easily change it by modifying the ini file. This is on a PC in the year 2015. But of course, Bethesda knows their fan base will clean it all up for them, so it's all good. When Fallout 4 first released in November 2015, Todd and the boys offered a season pass for $30, including access to all future DLC content. At the time, the scope of the DLC isn't public knowledge, but the last two Fallouts had a clear formula of 4 to 5 decently sized story expansions.
Oh,
with
really?
New locations,
4 to 5? That's
weapons,
a lot.
enemies.
Damn.
So people expect something similar here. Bethesda had also stated that the season pass would be worth at least $40 in total. Pretty sweet deal. February 2016, and Bethesda has an announcement.
40
They've
USD
expanded
for a
their
DLC?
original vision for 4's DLC.
Are you with me?
And the season pass price is getting bumped up to $50 in March. If you hadn't already, you better get that season pass
Fear of
now.
more
They
over
released their first expansion that same month. And it's a small quest line with a character from Fallout 3.
3 DLC
as
with
well
one
as an
quest
easily
line? What's
updated
that?
system. It's alright, I guess. April 2016.
Wait, what?
And DLC 2 is released.
Oh, okay, okay.
Wasteland Workshop. This is basically just a few more things you can craft for your settlement.
What the hell?
And
I thought it's going to be like a full-ass storyline. Or like a quest line that's like probably 5 quests long. You know? I don't know. The hell?
Some arena fighting.
The hell?
Okay. May 2016. And we get the first proper expansion.
Oh, there you have it.
Far Harbor. And this is actually decent. Bethesda had clearly taken in some feedback here, because it includes actual RPG elements and is decently written.
Okay.
Let's just ignore that one quest there.
What is that? Accused of stealing fan mod? Damn.
The elements and is decently written. Let's just ignore that one
Fans
quest
mod?
there.
Damn. What do you guys think about that though? If they, if they try to, if there's, for example, there's a mod. Okay, there's a game. This is the base game. And then someone modded the game to have really nice QOL. And then they adopted the mod or the QOL. Was it good, or is it what they say about stealing mods? Wait, did I got it right actually? Did I got it right actually, bruh?
They then released 2 more workshop DLCs. Exciting stuff. Then the second full expansion, Nuka World, releases in August.
Nuka World!
Again, this expansion is good. The season pass was shaping up to be a pretty good buy. Wait, this was the last DLC?
What?
So that was 2 actual expansions, a small quest line, and then some tiny crafting DLC. Fans are pretty pissed.
People will buy anything. That doesn't mean...
Ooh.
Despite the issues, the game sells insanely well. Todd had done it again.
Ooh.
And Fallout
Damn.
goes mainstream. Mass
Okay.
appeal. And hundreds of millions are conjured yet again. Todd gets suited and booted and heads to the game awards.
Damn.
Ready to
He
sweep up
won
yet
once again.
But once he gets there,
God damn it.
something feels different. The atmosphere. It's off. Todd has some white wine and dips into the salmon pinwheel. It's fine. It's probably nothing. And the lights dim, and there it is. Best RPG.
The best RPG. The winner is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
What? Developer of the year.
For Developer of the Year goes to CD Projekt Red.
What? Game of the year.
And the winner for Game of the Year 2015 is The Witcher 3.
Bro, is that a Witcher
What?
sweep, bro?
Outrage. Todd
Whoa.
Howard snubbed. He leaves and gets cracking on his next game.
To be fair,
Just-
wait. Witcher 3 also I remember people said that Witcher 3 was also pretty bug at release and stuff. People buy anything they said. Yeah, this is the era where AAA titles are well trusted and like, you know, you don't technically, I mean, an average consumer doesn't really look more into the indie genre of games. They usually pay attention to the top AAA companies and stuff like that. And I did feel that there was a time where these companies like Square Enix, Bethesda, all of them have this kind of invulnerability against like, you know, backlash or something, because at the end of the day, you know, for them, at the end of the day, people will buy their product because they're known as a AAA company. They're known to have games, you know, they have this like trust score or something, even if it turns dog shit, because like, you know, they have dedicated fans. There are, you know, they have committed fans that's there from the start. They have like, you know, they have loyal fans and stuff like that. What's buggy, but at least it has meat. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I did play Witcher 3. Witcher 3 is so good. Okay, but like, I confess I have not actually played the DLC. I haven't played the DLC, and like, I know people have been saying that the DLC is way better than the base game. I haven't. Bro, I was busy. That's why I forgot. I forgot, bro. Square Enix just had mass layoffs for most of their PR. Yeah, you know, it's really bad in Square Enix right now because I saw a fucking post that they're like the reason for the layoffs was probably because they're replacing it with AI in a way. Damn, bro. God damn. I guess we are all aware now about the products we buy, yeah, which is nice actually. What the hell? You know, the trust score of the AAA companies keeps on like going down while indie devs goes up actually, you know, and it's pretty nice to see. But then again, there was this nostalgic, you know, I feel like some people or like some loyal fans just go for the AAA games maybe just for the nostalgia of it, you know, because they were really reigning high at these era, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm like very new to gaming, right? Like, my father and my brother are the only ones who's very into games. I did play in a way, but like, we usually just like talk about games that AAA companies actually release and stuff. What am I talking about actually? I'm so sorry.
This thing.
Going down, most but not all already have bad rep. I mean, it's further going down. Furthermore going down, actually. I don't even know if... I mean, maybe except for From Software. That still delivers, like, a full-ass fucking game. I don't know who else. Who else that can actually... Because... Well, I guess the reputation of CD Projekt Red is okay now again, since they technically fixed Cyberpunk. But like, what else, bro? What else, bro? EA, bro. EA, Ubisoft, blah. Where the hell are the nostalgic Assassin's Creed games, man? That was my prime gaming era, bro. The Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, the whole ass fucking Ezio trilogy. That was really nice. But I don't know if Ubisoft was actually dog shit even way back there. I feel like they became dog shit the time where they actually changed their logo into a fucking ass poop, man. I'm just checking. Black Flag was the last good one for me. Yeah, Black Flag is also it is Black Flag, I think. Because 3 happened, and then Rogue, and then Black Flag. I like Rogue a lot, and Black Flag, and then Black Flag. I did play Unity. I think Unity is the last Assassin's Creed game that I actually finished. Yeah. Love story, I mean, the core gameplay is pretty nice. The story is just... What the hell is this? And like, I played Assassin's Creed because of the story. It's just really nice.
It was going to be a masterpiece.
I'm so sorry, keep yapping.
The consistent progression of their games, definitely noted. But Bethesda still has a generally tremendous reputation. In a market currently setting its sights exclusively on your mother's credit card.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Good evening, sir. I'm calling from your credit card component.
Bethesda had stuck it out, remained single player, and actively avoided egregious
Oh,
monetization.
76 was their first one. Yeah.
One of the few decent gaming companies left.
Yeah.
But around 2016, and even this begins to change.
Okay.
In October, Bethesda Softworks decides to make a controversial change. See, game reviewers typically get sent out review copies a few days or even weeks before games come out. This is so they have enough time to actually play the game before writing an entire review on it for launch day. For longer, single-player games like the ones Bethesda Softworks publish, this is pretty important. But Bethesda now reckons, nah, let's just send review copies out one day before launch.
Damn!
So everyone, including those in the media, get to experience our games at the same time. Definitely not to sweep glitches and issues with the games under the rug until everyone had already bought the game. This is obviously quite controversial, and after releasing a couple of games under this, they backpedal. Also, around the same time, a tiny indie developer is developing a small game called Pray for the Gods. ZeniMax hears about this and comes knocking. Nice name you got there, pal. But turns out, we already have a game with the word pray in the title. Nothing personal, kid.
Is that the 2017?
They're forced to change the name. A few years before that, Mojang was making a game called Scrolls. ZeniMax had come knocking down too. Same result.
They're copyrighting everything.
Also in 2016,
what the fuck?
Todd has a surprise for us. It had been 2 years since Fallout 4, and players are starting to get hungry once more. And lucky for us, Todd and the boys had something in store. Another edition of Skyrim. That was on top of Skyrim Legendary Edition back in 2013, Skyrim VR Edition, which was released in 2017, and Skyrim Nintendo Switch Edition shortly after that. Fans are overjoyed.
They really milked the
special
fucking...
edition replaces the original Skyrim listing on Steam. It also changes the game from 32-bit.
Wait, if you have Skyrim, you don't technically need to, buy the special edition? Was that it?
Meaning every single mod is now automatically broken and needs updating.
GG's.
It's not all bad. They announce mods on consoles. They also announce paid mods for all platforms.
Wait, what?
The Creation Club. It was simple. Slide some cash over to modders to create a mod that probably already exists on the Nexus. Create their own currency with predatory pricing models.
Bro! Wait! I feel like I remember hearing this on Internet Historian. Wait, is it? They have their own modding. They have their own mod shop? Is it mods free though? Or is it just me? I don't know. Paid mods? I mean, there are paid mods, but like they paywall it because, you know, the modder took really, you know, put a lot of effort on the mod. That's why they want it paid. But like usually the mods are usually free, isn't it? They sell it to support the modders, but like we don't have Nexus for that. Oh, so like maybe this is the first time I heard it actually, because you know some publishers, some companies don't like mods, you know, because it kind of destroys the game, quote unquote. But then again, there are mods that's like just QOL, which is pretty great, and like honestly, any layered mods is really good as well. Honestly, anything that has that is good for me too. What the hell? I've never really seen. I know people, maybe companies are acceptable in a way, but like I've never heard of like, you know, a company itself collaborated and made a fucking platform and made a fucking shop for it. It's my first time hearing this. This is crazy. First time being mostly aware for it, maybe. You know, when they made this change, I was living. Oh, Froggy! Like, you're in a stream. The mod is free. Yeah, look at Fallout London. It's a whole ass game, but it's free. Damn.
You can sell these mods.
There's like a good and a bad thing probably for this, right? I mean, the good thing maybe is that they pay the mod, but like, you know, them having the reign over, or like them having control over the mods, they get something from that, bro. So like, they take a cut either way. What the fuck? They take a cut. Maybe I don't know how Nexus work actually. Oh my god, should we even be discussing about this? I don't know how Nexus work. I don't know if they take a cut whenever it's like paywalled or something. Or something. I don't know. The heck? This is just biblical greed. Yeah. You know what? Okay. Forget what I said about it being good. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. It's not fucking good. What the fuck is this trailer club? I don't know. Because in a way, I know... What the hell? I know that mods are very looked down on. In a sense, I mean, in the gaming industry. Of course, for the fan communities, it's not, obviously, because we're the consumers of it. But, like, I feel like in the POV of the gaming industry, mods are technically looked down on, right? Like, yeah, I use mods, but, like, I say it like this, it's not, like, are we proud of it? Maybe not, you know? Like, we don't put it on, like, official channels or something. But I'm sorry, it's just really new to me, for some reason. I mean, like, it's just really new to me. Having a creator club, that's crazy.
Players through.
That's what I mean to say.
The first
Jesus.
few creations are simply jaw-dropping. An $8 Chinese stealth suit, pretty much identical to the one in the base game of Fallout 3, for free, and also currently available on the Nexus, for free. And look, Hawkeye again. Brilliant.
Oh my god!
2018. It's rumored that Todd is working on a massive, brand new IP.
Oh my god,
Their
Todd.
first in 25
God
years,
damn it.
called Starfield. So naturally, we're probably
Yeah,
not going to
damn
hear
it.
much from him for a while. But
I
then,
don't remember
on May the
Starfield no
29th,
more, bro.
another countdown appears. This time on Bethesda's own Twitch. On it, the words, "Please stand by." My god, it's happening again.
Hey, it's happening! Everybody stay calm!
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
And then, there he is.
Have we waited long enough, guys?
Wait, what was this? It was only 3 years since the last Fallout. Could this be the massively anticipated new...
Mods are what keeps single player alive. Yeah. I think I was technically in the perspective of it being a multiplayer game. Because I am a modder in Final Fantasy 14 and Monster Hunter. which are multiplayer games actually. But yeah, I think I can kind of understand for single player. You know what? You're right. But Skyrim mods actually heavily encourages to release this. Yeah, I think it is for single player. Yeah. I have not actually modded. I think the first time I mod a single player is actually Elden Ring. Wait, is it? And I didn't even modded it. Like the... What is it again? The make it harder and stuff. I modded it for the seamless co-op. I wanted to make it multiplayer. Ah. Yeah, I think... Well, okay. In my defense, actually, I've been playing single player on consoles. So, I mean, consoles are bare, are naked. We don't have the option to mod games in console. So maybe that's why. That's why it is what it is. That's why... Because my first modded game is actually 14. For real. Gets a lot... Oh! Yeah, you're right. You're right, actually. Wait, I guess it depends if... Because I think Fallout... Anything that has... Oh my god, now I love Steam so much, man, bro. Like, the Steam Workshop. Anything that's on the Steam Workshop is basically... You know, devs are... It's basically already implied that devs are okay with, you know, it having mods or something. Because we do have Mod Manager in Baldur's Gate as well. Oh my god. I love Baldur's Gate so much, bro. Oh yeah, GTA! I think GTA can be modded as well. Actually, I don't remember.
New Vegas sequel? Perhaps Fallout 5 skipped the queue. Speculation goes wild.
Everything on this wall is connected.
Regardless, the next day, the countdown drizzles down to 0, and the world sees the next Fallout for the very first time.
76! You know what, guys? You know, if you actually interchange 76... Yeah, they're ahead of the game, bro. I swear to God. 76? Oh, shit. 66. That's why this failed, man. Because it's 76. Should have been real. That's okay.
Excitement. Although people still don't really know what it is they're excited for.
Oh my god, they're all
June 10th. It's E3.
Oh.
Charges on stage.
Here
and we
it
get
is,
some
bro.
actual details of the
Here
game.
it
Fallout
is.
76 is entirely online. All new rendering, lighting, and landscape technology.
Damn.
It is 4 times the size of Fallout 4. 16 times the detail. Of course, you can play this solo. You'll never even see a server when you play.
This all sounded brilliant. An online PvP base building survival game.
Alright.
The collector's edition looks promising too.
And it also
Oh my
comes with a Fallout
god.
collectible that really I've always wanted, so we made them for everybody to buy.
Right.
And here it is.
Okay, no. But we do get a helmet, a map,
That glows
Bruh.
in the f***ing dark.
and some army figures, alongside a canvas bag.
Yes,
it's also the perfect time to see
canvas
Starfield
bag,
and
bro.
Elder Scrolls 6.
What the fuck
Two
is that?
games that are around 5 and 10 years out from launch, respectively. But anyway, this thing's coming out on November the 14th, and that was just 5 months away.
Damn. It's famous. Yeah, I remember Internet Story.
Bethesda had held a beta a couple of
Damn.
weeks before launch for people who'd pre-ordered the game, and things start out rough. By this point, Bethesda weren't exactly known for the structural integrity of their software, and they'd decided to launch the game exclusively on their brand new Bethesda launcher, made in-house by Bethesda's best.
Oh my god, a
Just
launcher.
go to their website, download it,
The
slurp up the
fuck-ass
45
launcher, bro.
gigabytes of game files, and in around a week's time when the beta's unlocked, just hit play. Simple enough. And players do exactly this, but turns out, for some, upon pressing the play, the launcher deletes the entire game instantly. Bethesda releases an emergency statement telling players to stay calm and not to touch
Oh my
anything.
god, bruh.
They're working on it. And then promptly deletes the tweet. Things are off to a good start. Also, the YouTubers. They're uploading videos. They're not good. They say the game is running horrifically.
I couldn't get the game to run smoothly. I had
Damn.
tons of FPS issues and tons of
It
stutters.
just
Even on NASA
works.
tier PCs, and that bugs are everywhere. But fans disagree. The dislikes come in hard and fast. Bethesda would obviously fix everything before release. This is a beta after all.
It's a beta, guys. Calm down.
However, this is a beta about 3 weeks out from launch.
Damn.
Fans close YouTube and head over to Twitch, where Rick and Morty are streaming the game.
I know I'm naked, but just come help me out. No funny business.
Wait, is this real?
Everything was gonna be okay.
Whoa, that's so cool. Bruh.
14th of November 2018, and the world is blessed with Fallout 76. And after downloading a day one patch bigger than the game itself, players boot up and step out into what would be
An untamed and very different wasteland.
Todd had made some grand promises, and the follow-through was nothing short of incredible.
Bye,
Voluptuous
Todd,
size
with all of
and
our
the detail
money. Not my
simply
money, for sure.
eye-watering. However, Fallout 76's development was handed to a newer, relatively inexperienced Bethesda team in Austin, with the main Bethesda Maryland just designing and overlooking the development of the game. And turns out, this new team decided to forego bug testing entirely. And on launch, Christ. There are frozen enemies,
It's a glitch!
flying enemies, invisible enemies,
Damn.
Hello?
naked enemies, upside down naked enemies, invincible enemies, invincible players,
Shot. Or not. I could get the damage button.
pop-ins, rendering issues,
16 times the detail.
random god rays, 2 poses,
times the
server crashes,
detail.
Told you.
and muscle man. Animations are also off. There's a ton of exploits,
Bruh.
and so much more.
God damn it.
What the f is going on?
The year is also 2018, and Bethesda's newest AAA game is capped at 60 frames per second, even on PC. Naturally,
Yeah.
players are quite annoyed, so they dig into the game files and start tinkering. And in a mere few minutes, they figure out a simple fix. However, turns out
Yeah.
the cap's there for a reason, because turn it off, and time and space itself speeds up and destabilizes. This is because the game world's physics are actually tied to the frame rate of the game.
Damn.
Head over 100, and your character becomes the Flash. This bug has been in Bethesda's engine code dating back to Morrowind, and it's one of the many bugs modders have repeatedly fixed on their own,
Damn.
almost instantly after release, only for every following game to reintroduce it. There's
God
also still no
damn.
evidence
Keep getting away with it!
so PC
God
players dig into the game
damn.
files again and do it themselves.
When will they
Turns
ever
out, The UI
learn?
is tied to the field of view here. Change
God
this,
damn.
and the UI elements are just gone.
Bye.
Push to talk? Sorry,
God
not
damn
this
it.
time. Proximity chat is either permanently off or always on. The latter by
Yeah,
default.
damn it.
Meaning you'll be hearing the cries of children and screams of mothers in the distance fairly often. There's also no text chat, and on PC, you can barely remap the horrific controls. The game itself,
Damn.
also quite lacking. As was now well established, bug fixes and patches for Bethesda games had been outsourced to modders for free. But for Fallout 76, Todd decided
Yeah,
to
damn
outsource
it.
the actual content too.
My personal favorite part of Fallout 76 is when they create their own fun.
See, Bethesda had so much of their team working on the details
16 times the detail.
16 times the detail.
that developing actual things to do in
16
interactable NPCs simply not possible. And the game
Yeah, you know
features
what? It's
absolutely
multiplayer.
no human
It's
characters.
multiplayer so that you
Only
guys can
other
actually,
players.
you
But
know,
it's alright.
interact
Other
with
players
each
will take the
other
place of NPCs.
and make the
Todd
story of
reassures
your
us.
own.
With no NPCs in the game, naturally, the quests are terrible. The main quest line basically boils down to following the trail of someone's vlogs across the map. Okay, at least there's the side quests. Stuff like find Steve. Oh, Steve's dead. Thank God he
Steve's
left
dead.
his TikTok behind for us to watch.
The war is over.
You are out of suit is gonna come out of your pay. Now get out of my face and don't come back until you look like a soldier.
Fantastic.
Damn.
The game features PvP, but the PvP is horrific. Instead of simply adding PvP and PvE servers,
Wait, they
COD
separated
attempts to
it?
toe a tight middle ground. It makes it so
Wait, what?
two players have to shoot each other before either can do any actual damage. Shoot
What?
someone that hasn't shot you back yet, and you may as well be shooting blanks. And the graphics,
What?
still not great.
Beautiful. Stunning. 2018. Magnifique.
It's not all bad. There are some cool things here, like dropping nukes. But drop more than one at a time, and the servers will implode.
Oh yeah.
You'll never even see a server when you play.
The launch codes are also the same for every server, and change once a week. Just spent countless hours getting all 8 pieces. You could have just
Damn.
googled them. The building is alright, but the build limit is extremely restricted, and all you can really do is build crafting stations, a bed, and storage.
Please don't tell anyone how I live.
Storage that is, again,
Why did that
extremely
Kylo
restricted.
Ren?
They end up raising it by 50% after a huge number of complaints, but they say they can't do any more due to server performance issues. So the game itself, not smooth, but the one thing that does work perfectly on launch is the new in-game shop, the Atomic Shop. Come in and browse such luxuries as a set of power armor with some paint slapped on
Oh my
for just
god,
$20.
bro.
Deal.
What the hell?
Serious?
Do you like $7 digital fridges? Do you like the outfits you got for free in our last game? Great, come in and spend some money. Naturally, at first, there are pay-to-win concerns around this store. But Todd comes out. It's alright. You can earn the currency in-game, the purchases would fund the upcoming free expansions for the game, and most assuring of all, the Atomic Shop is and would stay cosmetic only, so that PvP would stay completely balanced and fair.
Look at that.
We're definitely not asset flipping Fallout 4 and selling it back to you for dozens of dollars, and there are absolutely no fake discounts and
Bruh.
law-breaking price schemes. Nice.
God damn
Time
it.
to get spending. Naturally, the game doesn't make it a few days before discounts appear. The game starts at $60.
I mean, even the game is discounted,
a third
bro.
of that is next. 50% sales not long after that. Alongside the discounts, hordes of fans had been requesting refunds. Initially, Bethesda had given in, but now,
Oh my
no
god.
more. Some people had even promised them, only to have Bethesda backtrack the next day. See, if this was on Steam, they'd have to give the green light for these. But here's the thing. It's on that old launcher of theirs. Check and mate. But then come murmurs of a class action lawsuit, and they backtrack immediately.
And
So
they
the
give
game
it
is absolutely
in the
horrendous,
form of...
and naturally, the sales are too. Also, no game awards, not even a nomination, and a whopping 2.6
Bro.
on Metacritic. Right, boys. Should
Bro.
probably do something here. They can't rely on modders to fix the game this time round, so Bethesda gets to work on actual patches, and after a few months, Fallout 76 slowly morphs into something resembling a playable game. Also, the boys in Bethesda's R&D department had been working round the clock. And by the end of 2018, was that an FOV slider?
Damn.
Widescreen? Even push to talk? What was happening? Despite the progress, there are some bugs they just can't quite crack. Also, a teleportation
feature now,
exploit using
I
cameras,
guess.
hackers finding a way to spawn in weapons, armor, and other objects into the game, even NPCs and stuff from other games.
Bethesda just does
Damn.
not have the infrastructure in place that allows them to deal with situations like this efficiently.
These hackers are also running around stealing people's entire inventory. They don't even have to see you to do this, as long as they're within the general radius of the player.
Why are you running?
And because the Pip-Boy is technically an item in your inventory, say goodbye to that too. Luckily,
Bye.
thanks to another glitch, the game checks if you have a Pip-Boy every time you log onto a server. So join a new server, and you'll be alright. It takes Bethesda around a week to address this. And when they do fix it, hundreds of people have lost everything. Victims are given two options. Roll back their progress to before the muggings, or meet up with someone from Bethesda in a private world who will hand all your stuff back to you. But despite the improvements in the game, problems are surfacing outside of it. As part of the collector's edition, they'd promised a canvas bag, quite
Oh
clearly
no,
labelled
the
here.
canvas
But on
bag.
launch day, horror for collectors as they unboxed their editions, and it was nowhere to be found. Instead,
damn
a
it.
cheap nylon bag in its place. After suggesting a canvas shortage and then denying replacements, they backtrack again and hand out a form for
my
people to
God.
fill out a replacement. This goes through very smoothly, with no issues. However, this is not the only underwhelming merchandise. September 2019. It's been around a year since release, and after countless bug fixes, Fallout 76 is in okay shape, and now the game and its mishaps are largely forgotten.
Right.
But the collector's edition wasn't finished. It would spring up one more time in the media. This time it was the helmets. They were accumulating dangerous levels of mold. If you were the lucky owner of one of the collectible Nuka-Cola versions, turns out the United States Consumer Product Safety Commission considers them a severe health risk for anyone with one in the household.
No
They're recalled
way,
and
bruh.
refunded. Bethesda's
Damn.
reputation was already slipping before the events of 76, but Fallout 76 was a major tipping point.
Became lore accurate.
Gamers were angry. They were rising up. So angry, these gamers made numerous angry YouTube videos and forum posts, most of which
course.
attained a ton of upvotes from other angry gamers. Things
Of
were getting
course.
serious. Bethesda thought it best not to respond to the horror that was the launch of this game, and return to the shadows. And Todd and the boys lay low, go off the grid. Before launch, you could often find Pete Hines, Vice President of Bethesda Softworks and Head of Marketing and PR on Twitter, answering curious fans' questions about the game. Afterwards, nothing. Complete radio silence. But after a while, the game is improving. The roadmap that initially launched for the game is taking shape, and the expansions are actually decent. They'd even added actual NPCs. Wow. Todd had even apologized.
Fallout 76 had a lot of difficulties at launch, and we got a lot of well-deserved criticism.
To the optimistic, it looked like things at Bethesda had in fact begun to change. Their trail of greed, incompetence, and outright refusal to listen to what their fanbase wanted was just a brief nightmare, a small bump in the road. Finished. Unfortunately, Todd had other plans. They'd said
Right.
Fallout 76 would never be pay to win. Microtransactions would be
Right.
cosmetic only.
I don't
So
know
when they
about
released
that, bruh.
repair kits to the Atomic Shop in early 2019, fans are confused. Todd had lied, but he wasn't finished. In 2020, the promised private servers arrive, and they're paywalled behind Fallout 76's new subscription service. Fallout
Wait.
First. Private servers, unlimited storage for
What?
scrap, monthly atoms, exclusive cosmetics,
What?
and a tent. All for just $13 a month. More
Subscription?
expensive than Netflix at the
What?
time. Oh god. Fallout 76 is trending on Twitter
Wait,
again. A ton
wait.
of
But like first, it's pay to play, right? And then they release the subscription based world. What the fuck? Bastardizations, Jesus.
Angry forum posts are cropping up. People are not happy. Also,
Damn.
they forgot to reserve the actual Fallout First domain name, and someone on 4chan managed to get there first.
Damn.
Of
Damn.
course, this service was not without issues. The private servers turned out to use recycled multiplayer
Who
that had
buy?
evidence of
Bought
recent
this?
activity from other players, such as dead enemies,
Bro, it's
looted
dead ass. It's we can literally see the greed, the corporate greed.
areas, and so on. The
What in the
infinite
milk,
stash was
bro?
gobbling up people's scrap, which they could no longer find. Yeah. Once again, things were not smooth.
What the fuck?
It's now 2020, and up at corporate
Holy shit.
movement. See, back in 2007, a private equity firm called Providence had bought around 300 million ZeniMax shares, and then some more in
Damn.
2010. They're presumed to hold around 30 to 40% of the stock. What followed was a shopping spree. ZeniMax uses this money to buy Tango Gameworks, id, and Arcane, and rumour is By 2016,
What
their
are
little
they-
investment has
those
paid
games,
off quite
actually?
nicely, and
Oh,
Providence is looking
Dishonored?
to lock in some profits and sell.
Doom?
However, at this point, ZeniMax are only valued at $2.5 billion. That was embarrassing. We can do better, boys. And so, a plan is hatched. Instead of sticking to huge, intermittent, high-quality releases every few years, let's consider the quarterly cash flows. How about a few mobile games? Price tags on mods, egregiously priced cosmetics, and then the masterpiece that was Fallout 7.
This is literally the state of every fucking live service. Ah, man, like everybody went to live service now. It's so annoying. It's so frustrating. What the fuck? This is over. This is over.
Yeah. Now, on paper, the
Damn.
company looks great. Just forget about everything else.
They just don't make games
And the
like,
plan works
you know,
perfectly.
like the old
Microsoft's Phil
times.
Spencer marches
I don't
straight
know.
into their
Just
office,
joking, actually.
and on September 21st, 2020, they announced the acquisition of ZeniMax Media for $7.5
Damn,
billion.
Microsoft,
And on the
man.
9th of March 2021, the deal goes through. Xbox now has 23 game studios, and the prime cut of the meat, Todd Howard and the boys. Morrowind was a generational leap, effectively laying the foundation for the modern open world game and setting the
so
blueprint
pretty.
for all following Bethesda titles. Todd was the visionary behind it, but with little competition,
Damn.
a horrific engine, and a complete dismissal of fan feedback.
You can
In
see the difference of like what Todd looks before. I feel like the Todd before was like, you know, someone who just, I don't know, he looks like a very very man with a lot of aspirations in life that wants to do stuff, and
Innovation
now he's
turned to
just
silly,
this
stagnant and outdated
greedy,
and repetitive. And by 2021, it was clear
and just
the Bethesda we once knew
giving
was no
out promises that wasn't, you know, promises that are made to be broken and stuff.
It's him. How did he find you? Todd leans in gently, hair combed to perfection, his frosty eyes glistening. A faint aroma of jasmine and manuka honey radiates from you. You stand strong and firm. You've fallen for this before. There's nothing he could say to fall. But then you feel his touch. The hairs on your neck shoot up as he leans in, the manuka now hot in your nostrils. And he whispers in your ear once more.
Atomic Shop.
4 times the size.
Fallout Premium. 16 times.
Todd's next game was coming out
God
next
fucking
year,
damn it, bro.
and you'd just pre-ordered it.
What? Oh, Starfield. Damn. Is that the loop now of a Bethesda fanboy / girl, bro? Bro. God damn it. Todd before looks human, now he looks like a bot? You know that thing on Facebook as well? Like Mark Zuckerberg looks like a normal human before. Now he looks like a reptile or something. What did they do there? What is happening there, guys? What is making you guys inhumane? Oh my god, that's scary. Go back to what you are before. Go back. God damn it, man. The hell? Now you know why FO76 was trash. Good thing that you're aware about the live service thing. That is disgusting. I don't really like live. I think maybe that's the reason why I don't play anymore. Just joking, not really. But like a lot of especially games that are on mobile and are also on PC, they're usually live service fucking games. And how battle passes have become the norm now, how like seasonal passes have become the norm now. it just hurts to see that, you know, I started in, what did I start in? Jumpstart, just joking. Yeah, like I said earlier, I started appreciating games maybe from Assassin's Creed, and like seeing it all come down to this monetization bullshit, like you can tell now if, you know, these companies just want to fucking earn profit rather than creating games that they actually like, you know? I'm just happy that we still have, like, you know, Larian and like, you know, Sandfall. That's pretty nice still. And I mean, like, there are still games that's, you know, made by gamers for the gamers as well. So that's good, to be honest. Also, bro, I saw an announcement earlier. The CEO, I don't know if it's the CEO of Sandfall. He wants a remake of Lost Odyssey. Holy, that's such a. I feel like Lost Odyssey is a lost media. It's such a niche fucking game. I didn't even get to finish it, but like, Lost Odyssey also made a huge impact of like, whoa, this game is pretty fucking good. Especially the storytelling of it. Crazy. That's a nice refresher. An emoji. I know, but like, you can't, I mean, guys, we just have to like tell them that you blow up if you have good games, you know? Anyways, why are we eating up these fucking greedy ass fucking games in the first place? Is it because we don't have a choice no more? I don't get it. There's a target market. That's why it's, you know, that's why it's alive and kicking right now, and that's why corporations are taking a good use of this kind of business model or like business strategy. But still, it just hurts to see that that's the norm. That's the quote unquote norm. I think, actually. I don't think, Lamau. We blame people playing them. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Well, says the girl that plays Warframe that's coming to Android pretty soon. Well, I mean, Warframe is technically free to play, to be fair. And I have never really paid anything apart from one helmet, probably. To be honest, maybe we can accept it if they actually hear or like they listen to their, you know, player base, bro. Amazing season, Mecha Break. Do you guys know Mecha Break? Oh my god, you guys can study the downfall of Mecha Break as well. That was such a really, really nice and interesting ass fucking game, but like they don't listen to their player base. It's whack. Or maybe they listen to their Chinese player base. I don't know how these well, they do have Snowbreak, and like I guess the Gooner games are what actually gives them money and shit, you know, so that, you know, they don't technically care about their new game anymore. This fucking Gooner game is paying all of their business expenses. That's good enough for them, probably. I want a new mecha game, bruh. Nah, make it more unplayable. Yeah, true. Yeah, unlike Hello Games, bro. Hello Games just like give out, here's more free DLC, man. Take it, bro. We are I feel like they are technically still on their repenting state, but like, bro, you don't have to do that no more. We will be paying, man. Holy fucking shit. And like, you can tell from how, you know, No Man's Sky actually went through. The dude is just really, you know, as he is. He made promises, but like, they got a gun in their head. Fuck! They got a gun in their head, man. So Yeah, I feel bad for the developers, man. And they're the ones who's actually like, they're the face of, you know, their own games. But like the publishers, maybe, you know, are the ones who's dictating when, you know, when do these games get released and shit. Fuck, man. I don't know how these work, actually. I don't know how business models, I don't know the process of how these games actually go through. I mean, we can be aware that, yeah, it is hard to develop these kind of games. But like, if you're one-sided about it, you know, you don't let your, you know, fans or like players, consumers of the media, to know what's happening in the shit. I don't know, actually. That's why. That's why. Just joking. I don't know